based on the discussion, it seems that we are moving forward with a new set of rules, which I think is good because the old set of rules failed to deliver on both counts that they were designed to do. Debt increased rather than staying sustainable, and also Europe was laggard in terms of economic growth, so there was neither growth nor sustainability with the old set of rules. I think the analysis in previous discussions was done why that was the case, and one of the main issues was enforceability, and that was due to the fact that political realities were really not written in the set of rules that we had before. With this set of rules, I think we are moving much closer to that target. I think that there needs to be more automaticity in the opening of the deficit proceedings, excessive deficit proceedings, and in general in enforcing the rules. We also need to make sure that the targets are politically sustainable, otherwise there will be too many country-specific exceptions and we'll end up in the same situation again. The other thing that I think the rules should do in order to encourage countries to stick to less than 3% budget deficit and less than 60% debt to GDP ratio is to actually make distinctions between countries that do and countries that do not. We believe that there is a scope for much clearer distinction between the countries that are less than 60% debt to GDP ratio, which should have a lot more leeway in how they design their path and how they decide to grow their economy, and countries that are above that target, where we should be striving for a lot more stability and much stricter rules. Similarly, countries that can maintain deficit below 3%, again, should have a lot more leeway in how they design their expenditures and their paths, as opposed to countries that chronically stay above 3% deficit, especially if they're also above 60% debt to GDP ratio. I think, in short, that there is scope to make the rules a lot more nuanced in how they deal with the specific tasks that the specific country situation faces. If countries have a lot of debt and high deficit, stability is the predominant concern. If countries have low debt and low deficit, then growth should be the predominant concern. And in that respect, we would like to work with the Commission and with the other countries to see how we might be able to improve on those nuances while ensuring that there is the same set of rules for every country and that the process doesn't get politicized with a lot of exceptions and too many nuances or forecasts included as part of the rules. Thank you. We support the proposal on the introduction of electronic invoicing as a standard rule for cross-border transactions. We actually think that that will help companies do business easier and also avoid situations where potentially a counterparty in another member state is not compliant with VAT rules, which puts the original company in trouble. We also support the creation of a central database for the exchange of invoice data between member states. As long as extending electronic invoicing to transactions within the member state, we think that that's a good idea to do so, so that they can accommodate local practices if necessary. We support the proposal on single VAT registration, and we also support the proposal on making sure that platforms collect VAT where individual suppliers are not able to do so.